Jeremy. I'm assembly tech, and thanks for choosing Ed.
I'm Nate, brewhouse lead. Thanks for choosing Ed. I'm Jonas, assembly tech. Thanks for your business.
Congrats, Juniper Brewing, on the finishing of your new brew house here. This is a completion video. It'll be a good representation to show you what we do here as far as tear down before we ship, and when it comes to you, how you will rebuild your brew house on your brew house floor. First off, we'll just give you guys some pointers here. We're going to start by, you'll notice on the bottom of the platform, as well as the tanks, we have adjustable feet, also known as foot pegs. They also have wrench flats on them for adjustment. We're here on our brew house floor. We're pretty level, so we run everything in all the way until it seats, and then back out 4 to 6 turns. Depending on your brew house floor, it might be different, but essentially what we're trying to do here is just get we're going to start with getting our platform level first. To do that, you'll use a level on the sides of your vertical and horizontal platform tubing here. Go throw a level on the sides of the tubing. You'll get that leveled first. You'll notice up here on your brew house platform these lines. These are just to get your tanks correlated with your brew house platform. This should get you in a pretty good spot. As far as the circumference goes around the tank, when leveling your tanks, you'll just put a level on the side and the back or front to achieve level, and then by adjusting your pegs. Next, we'll go to your plumbing connections. You'll notice on multiple connections we have it numbered. And all these numbers are basically are where we break the brew house down for shipping purposes. And these will be what you will reinstall once you guys are ready to install your brew house. Next up, we'll go to your water connections here. These are your valves, your air valves, trigger valves. These blue air lines you will want to, you'll need to hook back up coming into your brew house cabinet here. And they're all labeled on each end corresponding. We'll walk over to your HLT here. This will be considered your HLT pump tree. We like to recommend using the top 2 connections as inlets and the bottom 2 as outlets. This allows you to fill or reclaim your water in your HLT while being able to utilize the pump to push water out simultaneously by closing the isolation valve in the center if the need ever arises. We like to recommend you guys hard pipe as much as possible on this. This will just help prevent you guys from moving brew house brew hose and causing trip hazards, anything like that. Brew house hose works perfectly fine. Like I said, it's just a lot easier if you can get it all hard piped in. These are going to be your recirc valves, which will help you to recirculate water up through your arm and back in. Left side is going to be your recirc arm. Right side is going to be for CIP purposes. That will have your CIP ball attached up top. Come over here now to your heat exchange. You'll notice it's all labeled. It's bored out, glycol in. Next, we're going to come around the back. We'll take a look at your liquor blending assembly here. That is this U-shaped pipe. Now, up top here, you'll want to plumb your hot and your cold water in here. It doesn't matter which side you come into, hot on the left or the right, or vice versa. We also recommend you guys put a gate valve or a ball valve on the cold water side prior to this inlet. This is going to help you guys be able to blend water more accurately. It just seems like the gate or the ball valve is the ticket here. Much easier to blend, hit your strike water temps. And then you got your temperature gauge there and flow meter. This is all pretty easily readable from the top of the brew house platform as well. So you guys have a steam system here. These are going to be your steam jackets in the back of every tank, as well as your HLT. This is where you guys are going to plumb in supply on the top and return on all the bottom jackets. We highly recommend using dielectric fittings at the tank to prevent electrolysis. The jackets on your cold side will look the same, but you will have to plumb them opposite. Supply on the bottom and the return on top. Like I said, we talked about the blue airlines. They all have numbers corresponding on them, and they plug in the back of your cabinet here underneath. We'll look in your electrical cabinet now. Your electrical diagram will be on the right side here, tucked in. You will have keys, and as well as this green tool. This green tool is going to be very helpful in re-landing wires in the bottom of your cabinet. You'll see underneath every one of those numbered and lettered, and above actually as well, that green tool slips inside there. A little bit of pressure, it slips in a little further, and you grab whichever wire you would need to re-land, pull in or push out, and it will come out very, very easily. You also see you have ground lug here, as well as this is where you will wire in your electricity. On the bottom of this diagram, I think it's on page 8, you have, yes, so this page, your electrician will want to use this. This is going to correspond with all this bottom row electrical components. Pretty easy, nothing too crazy electricity wise, but this will be a solid reference for you guys, and it will just be tucked in here on the right hand side. Alright, congrats again, Juniper Brewing, on the completion of your new brew house. If you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to give us a call, 402-475-3843, and ask for Abe customer service. Otherwise, let us know a few weeks in advance when you guys are ready, and we can go ahead and get you scheduled for startup. Congrats again, guys.